Welcome to Warm Whispers. In a world that moves too fast, you've chosen to pause, to listen, to come home to yourself. Here, there is no need to fix, to chase, or to prove. Just breathe, be still, and let the whispers guide you back to what you've never truly left. Close your eyes, take a breath. Now, listen. Do you hear it? Not the sound outside, not the wind, not the hum of the room, but something within. There's a voice, software constant, familiar. It speaks when no one else does. It replays moments from the day. It rephrases what you should have said. It questions. It plans. It warns. It remembers. Sometimes it sings. Sometimes it screams. Most of the time, it just talks. This voice has always been there, like an invisible roommate, one who never stops talking, even when you're tired, even when you beg it to be quiet. It talks about your past. It talks about your future. It wonders what people think of you. It worries about what you haven't done. It even imagines arguments that haven't happened yet, and somehow you mistake it for you. But if you're listening to it, then who's the one listening? If there's a voice inside you, then isn't there also a place it echoes into? A space, a silence, a presence. You don't create the thoughts, you hear them. You don't choose the next one. It arrives, like a wave. This is where the noise begins, in that endless stream of thought. Thoughts about what was, what should have been, what might be, what could go wrong, and what you think others think of you. It's a storm made of memory and imagination, and most people live in that storm all day, all night. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it panics, sometimes it speaks so fast you can't even remember what it said, only how it made you feel. Anxious, tense, not enough, too much, lost, small, exhausted. But here's the thing, you're not the noise. You're not the voice. You're not the words racing through your head. You are the space they pass through. You are the one who hears them and the one who can choose to let them go. It may sound strange, but the moment you realize this, truly realize, you begin to wake up. Not like waking from sleep, but waking from illusion. You are not the voice in your head. You are the one who knows it's speaking. So tonight, or whenever you next hear the chatter begin, don't resist it. Don't follow it. Don't argue, just watch. Just notice. Just be. You don't have to silence the storm. Just remember, you are the sky behind it. Let it talk. Let it dance. Let it echo. And smile. Because now, you know who you are. It's 2:13 a.m. The world is quiet, but your mind is not. A memory rises. Not even a significant one. Just something someone said years ago. It repeats, twists, becomes something new. Then comes a plan, something to fix tomorrow, something to prevent, something to achieve. An idea forms. Then three more. Suddenly you're solving problems that don't exist yet. Your eyes are closed, but your brain is running. It jumps timelines like skipping stones on a lake. Past, future, what if, regret, hope, fear, fantasy. Thoughts don't rest because they were never meant to. The mind is a machine. It processes, it protects, it repeats. That's its job, and it's very, very good at it. But here's the truth. You don't have to follow every thought it offers. You don't have to believe them all. You don't even have to respond. Some thoughts are helpful. They solve problems. They remind you of joy. They guide you towards safety. But many thoughts are just echoes, old fears in new costumes, old wounds looking for attention. They loop because the mind loves patterns, and you unknowingly become the pattern. What if you didn't resist the thoughts? What if you didn't feed them either? What if you just watched? Try it. When a thought appears, say silently, "Oh, there you are." Not with judgment, not with resistance, just awareness. That one sentence can change everything. Because the moment you recognize a thought, you are no longer lost inside it. You're watching it. And the watcher is always free. This is the practice, not to silence the mind, but to separate the noise from the one who hears it. The thought says, I'm not good enough. You hear it. You don't fight it. You don't agree. You don't argue. You smile gently and let it pass. Let it pass, like clouds in the sky, like traffic on a distant road. Let it move, and you stay still. That's how peace begins. Not by erasing thought, but by no longer becoming it. Even at 2:13 a.m., even when sleep hides behind your restlessness, you can return to the stillness beneath thought. You can remember who you are. You are not the storm. You are the ocean it dances over. And oceans do not fear the wind. You're walking down the street, someone frowns in your direction, and your mind says, they don't like you. They're judging. You must have done something wrong. But pause. Is that thought the truth? Or is it just a guess? A reflex? We assume our thoughts are facts, but thoughts are just interpretations. Tiny stories the mind tells, trying to protect us, control us, or make sense of the world. And just like stories, some are true, some are false, and most are just fiction. Have you ever watched a cloud form? It starts from vapor. It gathers, takes shape, drifts across the sky, and disappears. That's a thought. It wasn't there. Then it was. Then it wasn't again. What makes a thought powerful is not the thought itself. It's your attachment to it, your belief in it, your identity wrapped inside it. But here's the freedom. You can choose to see a thought and not wear it like skin. Try this. The next time your mind says, I always mess things up, add 2 words. Says who? Then pause. Feel that? That's space. That's awareness. That's you remembering. You are not the voice. You are the witness. When you begin to watch the mind, something profound happens. The same thoughts appear, but they don't stick. The judgment comes, but it floats. The fear whispers, but it softens. The anger rises, but you breathe, and it dissolves. You don't need to stop the thoughts. You just need to stop being them. That's how you begin to live from peace, not from panic, from stillness, not from stories. There's a place inside you that no thought can reach. It doesn't speak. It doesn't rush. It simply watches, patient, still, open. When you rest there, even for one breath, you remember the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. The mind hates not knowing. It wants reasons, answers, certainty. When something doesn't make sense, it fills the space with theories, even if they hurt you. It's because I'm not good enough. It's because people leave. It's because life is unfair. The mind creates meaning, even when none exists. It's not trying to hurt you. It thinks it's protecting you. It believes that if it can explain everything, you'll be safe. But safety doesn't come from knowing. It comes from letting go. Imagine standing in the middle of a river, trying to hold every leaf that floats by. That's what believing every thought feels like. You don't need to hold them. You don't need to control the current. You just need to stand still and watch it all flow. Awareness is the stillness. It doesn't grab. It doesn't cling. It notices. And noticing is powerful. It breaks the trance. It gives you space. You are not the anxious thought. You are not the fearful forecast. You are the one who sees them. And if you can see them, they don't control you. That's the beginning of liberation. Notice how quickly your mind tries to explain your worth. It measures you by success, by how much you've done, by how others respond to you. But your worth was never up for debate. You were born worthy. You remain worthy. Even when the mind forgets, your awareness remembers. This is your work now, to return, not to perfection, but to presence, again and again, breath by breath, thought by thought, to gently turn your face from noise toward quiet. Close your eyes. Notice the thoughts rising. Some are loud, some are subtle, some pretend to be urgent. But what comes before every thought? Silence, stillness, space. That is your true home. You've been living as a character in a story the mind wrote, with roles, rules, and scripts you didn't choose. But you were never the story. You are the silence the story arises from. A thought says, I'm not good enough. A thought says, I'll never be loved. A thought says, I need to fix myself. But who heard the thought? That's who you are. Not the sentence, but the awareness that witnessed it. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are not late. These are ideas, stories, flashes of language in the sky of your being. You are whole, before, during, and after thought. Let your identity melt. Let the old names fade. Let the stories drift. You're not here to be a name. You're here to be presence. Presence doesn't need fixing. It just needs remembering. When you stop chasing meaning, you start sensing life. The breeze becomes sacred. The silence becomes music. A single breath becomes a homecoming. You've arrived, not in the future, but now. The mind doesn't create truth. It reflects what it's seen, like a mirror. It can show a smile or a storm, but it is not the source. You are the light the mirror reflects. Have you noticed? Sometimes your mind is kind, other times cruel, sometimes calm, other times chaotic. If you were the mind, you'd change every hour. But you don't. You remain. That's how you know. You are not the mirror. You are the witness. The mind is noisy because it's afraid of silence. But silence isn't empty. It's full of everything the mind can't name. Peace, clarity, presence. Sit quietly. Don't chase any thought. Don't push any away. Just let them rise and fall, like waves returning to the ocean. You are the ocean. The waves are just visitors. When the mirror cracks, it reflects confusion, but the light remains untouched. That light is your awareness. Always steady, always whole. Even when the mirror shatters, the light shines through. Trust the light more than the mirror. Trust your awareness more than the thought, because thought can deceive, but awareness simply sees. Seeing clearly is the beginning of peace. The ego is a role, a costume the mind wears. It says, I am this name. I am this past. I am this opinion. But the truth, you are the one beneath the costume, not the character it creates. You've worn many names: student, friend, enemy, lover, stranger. But who are you when none of those fit? Who is behind all the masks? Imagine a dancer, changing outfits with every song. Joy, grief, anger, wonder. But the dancer remains, silent, present, alive. You are that dancer. The emotions are the music. The roles are the costumes. But you are the still point. Sometimes the ego wants to be special. Sometimes it wants to be a victim. It clings to pain. It craves praise. But you are the space all of this appears in. Not the desire, not the story, but the awareness before it all. Try this. Sit alone. Let the thoughts come. I'm not enough. I should be better. I need more. Then ask, who is speaking? Who is listening? The ego answers, but silence remains. You are that silence. In truth, there is nothing to become, just something to shed. Like removing a mask at the end of a play. You were never lost, just hidden. Now you're ready to remember who's always been here. Words try to describe truth, but they always fall short. Truth is not a sentence. It's a presence. It lives in silence, the kind that fills a room, not with sound, but with stillness. Silence isn't the absence of noise. It's the absence of the need to speak. You felt it in a sunset, a long embrace, a single tear. That's when truth shows itself. When the mind quiets, truth is not revealed through thought. It's felt in the chest, a warmth, a knowing, a return home. That's why awakening doesn't require words, only surrender. The wise don't always speak. They listen, because they've seen that silence holds more than any philosophy. They speak when it helps, but they never speak to prove, because the truth doesn't need defense. Don't rush to explain what you feel. Don't try to make it pretty. Let it be what it is, raw, naked. silent, because only in that silence does the sacred appear. You've been taught to speak. Now learn to be quiet, to sit, to breathe, to see without naming. You will find that the deepest wisdom has no words, only presence. Thoughts come and go, some bright, some heavy, some kind, some cruel, but none of them are you. They are clouds, passing through the open sky of your awareness. You've mistaken the weather for the sky. When anger comes, you think, I am angry. When doubt appears, you say, I am broken. But the sky is never broken, only visited by storms. Try this. Close your eyes. Notice the thoughts drifting in. Don't judge them. Don't follow them. Just be the witness. You'll begin to see you're not what appears. You're what sees. Even when it rains for days, the sun never disappears. It waits behind the clouds, just like your peace waits behind your pain. You don't have to fix the cloud. You just have to stop chasing it. The mind will say you're not enough. You failed. You should be better. But silence says nothing. And in that silence, you feel the truth. You are whole right now, as you are. Remember this. You are not your sadness, not your fear, not even your joy. You are the one who watches them all rise and fall, like waves on an endless sea. You are the sky. You've searched for peace in books, in gurus, in faraway places. You've waited for a voice to tell you what to do. But peace never left. It's been waiting, right where you are. You've tried to become better, more spiritual, more aware. But awareness isn't something you become. It's what you are. You've just been distracted by the noise. You don't have to fight your thoughts. You don't need to fix your mind. Just sit, be still, and listen. Even with all the chaos, the truth is quietly present. Like a mountain beneath the fog, your being is untouched by the storms that come and go. You don't need to chase silence. You are silence when you stop running. No more chasing, no more pretending. Let the sadness come. Let the joy come. Be the space that holds it all, without control, without fear. This is the truth. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're not too late. You're already home, and you always have been. You don't have to remember everything you've heard. Just remember this. You are not your thoughts. You are not what you've been told. You are the quiet behind the noise, the stillness beneath the storm. You are already home. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay soft.